Grandpa?
Yeah, I am.
Okay. Everyone, my name is Denzel Mensah, and I want to welcome you to my YouTube channel, where you'll find a plethora of different videos on topics such as spirituality, MBTI, and a bunch of the concepts and theories that I decide to ponder on and then put into my spontaneous speaking videos. You'll also find a couple of videos of me goofing off. Nonetheless, I hope that you enjoy, and be sure to like and subscribe, and check out my blog site and my social media in the descriptions of my latest videos. God bless. Hello everyone, my name is Denzel, and I'm here to talk to you about my company called Oracle Coaching Incorporated. Our slogan is, we pretty much have two. First one, as you can see in the logo over here, it's legacy over likes, because in a society where everyone seems so pressed about getting like 100 likes or 300 likes nowadays on like Instagram posts, Facebook statuses, Twitter retweets, whatever the case may be, we're concerned more with the legacy, the impact that we're having on other people. Like, that's going to be what's lasting, not the likes that you get on whatever post that you have that people will just forget 2 days or 2 weeks later. The second slogan is, don't lose yourself in your journey to become like Christ. Now, I understand this could be a little bit controversial. That's why I'm going to bring some context to it throughout this presentation. But pretty much the essence of it is that God has created each and every one of us as individual personalities for a reason. And I believe that's why Jesus himself even said that we will do greater things than he did. Because if we all embodied exactly like Jesus's reservations, or however he acted, even Paul himself had a different type of method than Jesus did, and all together it worked together to make a good team. So, our team is composed of 3 people so far who are not only solid Christians, but very well versed in MBTI, which most of you may know is the Myers-Briggs type indicator, and how to use cognitive function theory to better ourselves. And cognitive function theory, in essence, is what MBTI is. This stuff is so annoying to monitor. But cognitive function theory is pretty much what MBTI is based off of. And like I said, our team is made up of 3 people. So we have David, which ironically, I did not know when I was making the Prezi PowerPoint that he was going to be here for this presentation, but that's David right there. It's my boy from New York. He came and surprised me yesterday because today, it's my birthday. I'm 23 years old. And he's the brand media presenter. Then I have Jamila as the creative director and vice president of our association. And there's me, the CEO/main speaker. So, as you see here, David Simeng is the illustrator/animator of our company. He's an INFJ, for those of you who know about personality types. And he's also very gifted in speaking, preaching, adept at coaching, and bringing creative ideas to the table. Then you have Jamila Anderson, who's pretty much the singer/the backbone of the company, also my girlfriend. She is an ISFP, and she's very authentic and deep-minded addition to our team. Her gift lays in patience, insightfulness, understanding, and self-expression. Being a natural artist at heart, Jamila brings lots of passion into her musical performances, motivational speeches, and overall art, including poetry, music, and dance. So she's literally the heart of an artist. And then you have me. I'm an ENFJ in the Myers-Briggs system. I'm also the CEO of the company, certified in life coaching, well-versed in MBTI. I own a blog site. I'm a YouTuber, and I'm all about impact, personal development, connecting, and most importantly, becoming who God created us to be, which is pretty much the heart of the whole company in and of itself. So many of you may be wondering what our services are. Well, our service is composed of many things. First thing is motivational speaking. If you hire our company, all three of our speakers are capable of motivational speaking, even though I'm the main one. David is very adept. He's preached at many churches. He does a lot of poetry. And Jamila, as reserved and quiet as she is, as I said, she's very insightful, and she's also capable of motivational speech. We also have sermons, which goes in line with the motivational speaking, especially for more Christian companies that may hire us, or like churches, conferences. We have life and personal development coaching. As I said, I'm certified in life coaching. David and Jamila are also very adept at life coaching, especially in knowing about cognitive function theory and all. Then we have the graphic designs department, which is where David is pretty much good at. And David does a lot of the artwork, pretty much all of the artwork on my blog site and my YouTube channel. Very grateful for that. Jamila is in charge of the worship leading department. She studied music in Liberty University, and so she's really authentic in her expression, especially as a Christian. And lastly, all three of us do spoken word poetry, which is pretty much an artistic way of expressing our ideals to people in a poetic form. The vision that we have is to help everyone realize the potential God has placed within them, tap into it, and ultimately become their best selves. In doing this, relationships become easier, as well as decisions and life tasks. We firmly believe that God has given us all individual personalities for a reason, and it should not be suppressed in the quest to become more Christ-like. So I'm literally all about knowing yourself, and I realize that there's a lot of very churchy people, but they're not very relatable. They believe that I have to become this kind of different person when I become a Christian, which is true. You must become Christ-like. You must have a mindset of where you're trying to stay away from sin, where you're trying to become a better person every day. But we also have to realize, once again, that God gave us each individual personalities for a reason. Even in the Myers-Briggs system, although there's 16 personalities, 2 people can have the same personality type and still express their personality type in different ways. That's why God made you a unique individual. If you are too busy being somebody else, you won't be able to impact the people that God created you to impact. And so we are here to help you realize your potential, realize who you are as a person, who you are as a Christian, and then go use who you are to go and glorify God and help our team. Our team is in like Christians, not just Oracle Coaching Incorporated, to become a better team, or better knit team altogether, more impactful. So the financial coverage for the team. If you would like to hire all 3 of us, that's David, me, and Jamila, that would be a flat rate of $3,500. And when you hire all 3 of us, for whatever the task may be, it could be for anything that was like put in the services before. So it could be motivational speaking, could be leading worship, it could be coaching, it could be spoken word poetry, it could be graphic design, whatever the case may be. We are here for you. We have that type of skill, and we hone and craft our skill every day in order to give you quality work. If you want to hire just 1 member, then that's $1,500. We're all not really like that sensitive, so if you just decide to hire David for graphic design, Jamila and I are not going to be all upset why they bring us over. You know, we understand that different people need different things, and of course, like with the expenses, if you decide to hire 2 members, then that's $2,250. Equipment will not be needed. So when you're paying this flat rate, when you're paying like any flat rate for whether it be all 3 of us, 1 member, 2 member, then we bring our own equipment. We will bring whatever art, whatever like tools, all of that, we'll bring it with us, so you do not even have to like rent anything for that reason. Prices are very negotiable because we understand that we are doing God's work, although we do need to live and pay rent, so we will be having to charge these flat rates, but at the same time, we understand that there's going to be some companies that won't be able to afford us, and so if that's the case, then we will be negotiating what type of pay. We may even take a love offering instead. We also decide to handle our own traveling expenses, unless if it's $300 or more. In that case, we may work with you, or we may have to have you pay the whole thing, especially if it's a very grand company and it's just too far away for our expenses to be able to handle. And if being hired by an individual, prices for traveling expenses may also be negotiated. So if it's just one person, of course that one person will not be able to pay the full $3,500 flat rate, but for whatever the case may be, and for whatever you may be asking of us, then we'll be able to negotiate that price with you. And lastly, for those of you who may want to check out some of our content, I've placed many of our content. You'll see videos of David preaching on my YouTube site. You'll also see a lot of his artwork on my blog site and my YouTube site. You'll catch us on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and just for those of you who may have not seen my blog site yet, I have pretty much a lot of different blogs pertaining to many different things. So this is the first blog that I've posted. Then I have blogs like Lack of Communication Equals Suffocation, which pretty much has to do with things like our communication with God allows us to, if we are not communicating with God regularly, then we are suffocating ourselves. And it goes all the way down to even tips on how to be a better boyfriend, theology, and more embracing who you are and becoming even better, and things like that. And then you also have, on my YouTube channel, I talk about a whole bunch of different things, ranging from theology to psychology to just self-help. You'll also catch some sermons, some singing videos, and pretty much anything that you want to know about anybody on our team, you can find on these sites. And so if you're willing to hire us, we very much greatly appreciate it, and thank you for our time.
Was this now, right out of college, or was this in the future?
That's actually a tricky question, because sometimes I can't tell the difference, as weird as that sounds. I think I'm so always focused on my vision that it feels like right now, but it's also I'm not there just yet, but the more I focus on it, the more it comes out. So yeah, a lot of this is actually right now. If you go to our YouTube channel, you'll see videos of David, not to hype you or anything, but he preached he preached a sermon called What Does It Mean to Be a Christian? And honestly speaking, from an objective standpoint, it's one of the best sermons I've ever heard. He gave great metaphors, all of that. You can check out Jamila. I posted a lot of videos of her singing, and we have a couples kind of series on there as well, where we give relationship advice, and we work very hard on that. And then you see a lot of my speaking videos on there as well. So yeah, it is kind of a right now thing, but we also haven't been hired anywhere just yet. But if we were hired, then I'm pretty sure that we'd all be game to go.
Yeah.
Does anybody else have any other questions? Oh, thank you. Appreciate it.